Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for our February general meeting of the CSRA Parkinson's Support Group. We have a great speaker for you today from Parkinson Place in Sarasota, Florida. I wanted to take a moment first before I introduce our speaker to introduce myself. My name is Logan Banks, and I am the new president of the board for the support group. It is my honor to serve this amazing organization and become part of our rich history and our 30th year as a group. I look forward to meeting you all in person once we are able to meet again outside of Zoom. My contact information is listed on the back page of our monthly newsletter. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions or concerns. Our speaker for today will be Susan, and I'm going to say it wrong, I just know it, Balisi.
You're right.
Yes. She is the Program and Member Relations Director for Parkinson Place. We will have time for questions at the end of Susan's presentation. If you are joining us on Zoom, please feel free to submit your questions via chat directly to me or ask them at the end when we open the floor for questions. Please know submitted chat questions are anonymous. For those of you joining us from Facebook, we would love to answer your questions as well. You can submit your questions in the comment section on this video, directly message us on Messenger, or email us at info@parkinsonscsra.org. Again, that is info@parkinsonscsra.org. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Susan Balisi. Thank you for joining us, Susan.
Thank you so much. And thank you for inviting me. Anytime we have an opportunity to talk about Parkinson Place and also outreach of the support groups, it's just such a wonderful thing to be part of. So I'm going to share my screen right now. And okay, so a little bit of background about myself. My husband has Parkinson's, young onset. He was diagnosed 18 years ago. We lived in New York City on the outskirts, and I was a nursery school teacher for 16 years. He was a construction exec in Manhattan. And he noticed things happening and changes happening. And then he was diagnosed at the age of 41 with Parkinson's disease. We were raising a family. We were trying, he was keeping up work, but then all of a sudden his disease progressed. We needed to get more resources for him. And we tried all different places and all over the New York area. But between working and raising a family, it became difficult. Also, there were co-pays, and it would probably be around $600 a month for him to continue to, with PT and OT and speech, and just even some extra classes. So one day I went on Facebook and I went on the website and I typed in free things for Parkinson's, and up came Parkinson Place. So it gave the description of a free membership and programs. And I was like, could this be really true that there could be an existence of a place like this? So I called up on Monday and I spoke to someone very pleasant there who gave me the information. And I said, okay. So I called up my daughter and I said, we're taking a trip. And she said, where are you going? And I said, well, it's either going to be a working trip or a fun trip, or could be both. But we are going to place that is actually called Parkinson Place in Sarasota. So off we went, and we wound up in beautiful Sarasota, Florida. And you could see that Parkinson Place is located right here by the star. And it is the most beautiful place. So how lucky we were to find such a wonderful resource for Parkinson in a beautiful place. Matter of fact, Siesta Key Beach is the #1 beach in the country because it's so gorgeous. So we decided, okay, let's give this a try. And we sold our home, and my husband and I moved down 5 years ago from New York to Sarasota. So there's Parkinson Place. It is a 9,000 square foot facility. It has, it was designed, obviously for right from the start for Parkinson's. It was started right from construction. So it's built exactly for all the needs for anyone with Parkinson's. On the mission of Parkinson Place is designed to meet the physical, mental, and emotional and social needs of those living with Parkinson's disease, their caregivers, and family. So there is multiple rooms, but then there's one big room, which you'll see as I'll show you, where all the programs and exercise programs and everything takes place. Then we have our staff is there, and then we also have a neuropsychologist there who has a spot, and we have a medical director who also sees patients there once a week. So everything at Parkinson Place is free. That includes membership, programs, presentation, events, and that goes on 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. How we're able to keep everything free is made possible by generous donations to Parkinson Place, and we are 501c3 charitable organization. All our programs are evidence-based, and it proves the benefit for Parkinson patients. And all the classes are designed for all ability. So every class you do it, you could do the same exercise, whether you're sitting, whether you're standing, whatever your ability is, you will benefit from taking that class. And here's a picture of one of our members. He said, nothing is better than being there and being with people like myself. So this was our chairman and founder, and this is Lawrence Hofheimer. Then he's the federal prosecutor at the United States of Justice, and he practicing healthcare attorney in Washington for 33 years. And during his career, he presented numerous voluntary health agencies and healthcare delivery professionals. He formed and led the advocacy effort that resulted in the congressional resolution and presidential proclamation declaring the 1990s as the decade of the brain. He founded the National Foundation for Brain Research, which provided enhanced visibility for neurological disorders. He was asked by the National Parkinson Foundation to serve as its Washington counsel, where he became a leader in lobbying efforts to pass the Morris K. Udall bill, which provided $100 million for research into the cause for the cure for Parkinson's disease. He was elected president of the Parkinson Foundation for the National Capital Area during the time. The foundation raised more than $2 million for medical research. And in 2006, Mr. Hofheimer moved to Sarasota, and he formed the Parkinson's Research Foundation. And he continues and works full-time. He is 82 years old, and he is committed his life to Parkinson and an active role in the chairman of Parkinson Research Foundation. So here's a little clip. We have a local news station called SNN, and SNN, they do wonderful coverage for Parkinson Place. And this little video is just a little bit of history, and you could see Larry and our other founder, Marilyn Tate.
This week, we begin a very special series, stories about the pain Parkinson's disease causes, but also the hope it offers. Parkinson Place offers that hope, and SNN's Hallie Pilot gives us a look inside of it.
Larry Hofheimer says the inspiration for Parkinson Place hit him long ago when he was a healthcare attorney in Washington, D.C.
I became very enamored with the plight that Parkinson patients had to undergo.
When he retired and moved to Florida, he started the Parkinson Research Foundation. That was just the beginning.
Reached out to Marilyn Tate, who I had worked with many years ago, who spent her good part of her career as a neuroscience nurse.
And I had been doing Parkinson's disease for quite a long time by that time. And I had established a real love and commitment for them. So when Larry had the opportunity to do a site where they could have all of their needs met, I just kind of said, yeah.
Parkinson Place opened in 2012 and offers free programs 5 days a week.
Everything from motivational to exercise.
That Marilyn tailored specifically for the Parkinson's patient, like boxing for mobility and singing for speech.
I wanted the place to be fun to be a happy place.
even a caregiver support group, and it's all free.
I always say to my Parkinson family, if you have Parkinson's disease, you are very, very special, and you deserve very special care.
Several of their doctors have noticed a huge difference in their both activities of daily living and in their spirit and happiness that you won't find anywhere else.
And a family, Tate says, is hard to come by.
Friendship and support and fun. I mean, we have anniversary parties, we dance at your 64th wedding anniversary, whatever.
She says she doesn't focus on the disease, instead on how it affects those who walk through the door.
These beautiful men and women. And that's where my focus has always been. This is their challenge. How can Parkinson Place make it better?
This week, we begin a
Oh,
very
sorry. So unfortunately, Marilyn, she passed away almost 2 years ago. And we were very lucky that to help and fill her place, Alex Redmond came on as CEO. Alex has a background in media and healthcare and also exercise. So we appreciate and it's just been enhanced also our team. We also have Linda Pattison, who just came on about 6 months ago, and she is our CFO. There's myself. I'm there 2 years. I'm the, obviously the program and the member relations director. Lynn Henry's been there for 10 years, at the start of Parkinson Research Foundation with Larry, and she takes care of donations, and she's our all-around administrator in HR. Dusty, who's our communications specialist, and there is Lori Babiak, and she is our marketing director. We have two medical directors. Juan Sanchez Ramos, he was our past one for Parkinson's Research Foundation. He's a movement disorder specialist, and he's a professor at USF Health in neurology. Now he comes once a month for Ask the Doctor series, and he will be speaking, matter of fact, Monday, March 1st, on sleep disorders in PT. Then we have our current medical director, and his name is Ricardo Gonzalez. He's a movement disorder specialist, and he is with Intercoastal Medical Group, and he also is affiliated with Sarasota Memorial Hospital. When we are open, he sees patients on Fridays. We also in the building have Angelo Domingo. He's a licensed psychologist, and he specializes in working with people with Parkinson's, their caregivers, and their families. He also, at Parkinson Place, he presents a support group for people that are taking care of someone with dementia. And that happens on the third Friday of every month when we're open. Now things are done, they're doing virtual. So here's our website. It's parkinsonplace.org. I just want to go in and show you a little bit how to navigate us. Okay, so when this was designed, you'll see that here we've got our mission, which I said to you, and our team. Then we have our calendar of event where you can take a look and see what's going on for the month, what's coming up. We are going to be having a virtual summit of information, which I'll tell you about more later. And then the Inside Scoop, which is our newsletter. Then you can go over to programs, and there's group classes, there's support groups, certified instructors, and you can read all about that. There's also class videos, which I'll show you a little bit later, and webinars, and how to get on Zoom. Then we have resources, our application to become a member, about COVID and how it affects people with Parkinson's, our clinic research, and in the news, and how to contact us, and how to donate to Parkinson Place. So as you go down, this is some of our members, and that's where you would sign up to become a member. And these are our members, which we all become a family. And there's another picture of our building and our group classes. And then we have sponsors, and we have community sponsors, and they come in when we're open and they support us once a week on a Tuesday where we have our talks, and they present also, and they bring us lunch, and it just becomes a nice community way that this way they can help us, and we truly appreciate it because we get a lot of information from them. So let's see. Excuse me. Oh. I don't know what happened. Sorry. Okay, we're back. Apologize. We'll also be seen on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Parkinson Place. Now, this is when we're open. You could see we have a big room here. This is where everything happens. And what happens is during the day and after each class, it gets transformed, I'm going to say, to what the class is, so that the seating can get changed or equipment can get changed. So here we have rock steady boxing. This in the middle is our presentation time. This is another exercise class that we have. And this is our dance class here with music, which is to live music, which is to drum for the beats. And this is just pictures of us as a group, because we do become a family. And it's so wonderful for everyone to have a place to go to. It's a sense of camaraderie, and everyone, it becomes very strong bonds and strong friendships, and they look out for each other, and their bonds go beyond Parkinson Place, and they'll socialize with each other. Parkinson Place gives them a reason to get up in the morning and a place to go and just be happy. So here we are. We are part of Rock City Boxings, which right now we do twice a week. And when we're open, we're also twice a week. And we collaborate with Title Boxing. So you'll see here, these two are from Title Boxing. And so we bring out bags and we've got ladders. So obviously it's different than if it would be done at Title Boxing itself. But it's a great environment for Parkinson, because a lot of times the gyms can be overwhelming. So by putting in this environment, people get so much out of it, and in a comfortable place, and a place that they feel comfortable. So we have Dancing for Parkinson's, and that is with Sarasota Contemporary Dance Company. Sarasota Dance Company is magnificent. They are world-renowned dancers that they put together this group. And along with themselves dancing and their own troupe, they have become part of the Parkinson world and helped us. So they are with us on Thursday mornings, once a week. And what they did is we collaborated with them, and we made a, as you see in the corner, an invitation. We put together a dance for people with PD and with them. And we went to their studio, and you could see it was filmed. We were on the news. And they put together this program to music. It was magnificent. And there was probably about 150 people that came. And it was awareness, but it was just a beautiful program that was put on. Also, right here, Miss Wilcock, she is a professor at New College in Sarasota, and she has developed a dance program there with Parkinson. So our members also go to New College and work with students, and they're able to learn the connection between the brain and dance. So that is a wonderful thing for them and also for our members. When we are open, we do have Pedaling for Parkinson's. We have new spinning bikes, and that picture, unfortunately, there were new bikes. We were only able to have one class before COVID came and we closed down. But they're beautiful, beautiful new bikes, and we have 10 bikes, in. So that will be great when we open up again. And also aquatic hydrobike therapy. I'm sorry. And that was a program with the Y. We have a Y in Sarasota that we collaborated with, and our members went. It was 10 members. They did a series of it, and they were in the water with these bikes, and they saw the difference. It was like taking the pedaling for Parkinson's and putting it in the water. And they had great results from it. And we will be collaborating again when life lets us, and people will be back in the pool, and they will be doing that with the Y. And there we are, who we are. We love to have fun. We are, like I said before, we're friends and laughter. And we actually brought in a woman over here, you could see her, who is a professional for humor. And we just had a great time because we learned that laughter is the best medicine, along with being together. And we, on Halloween, you could see we dress up. The whole place gets decorated. We spend days decorating. And then we have Thanksgiving together. So we truly do have a good time. It's not all work at Parkinson Place. We have a lot of fun. And that's what it's also about too. And the holidays together. And this I love over here. This is Valentine's Day. So this is our members singing along with our music therapists. And here they are dancing together. And we had a great time together, but it was just so much fun singing and dancing and just enjoying each other. And also music is big with us because we know how good it is for people with Parkinson's and just everyone. So here we have a violinist comes in, and she did beautiful music for the holidays. And just anytime when we wanted to have her for, because like I said, we have Parkinson Power Hour, which is our education, but we also put in different programs of music too. Then you'll see the gentleman at the piano is one of our members. That's Dr. Gene Ginsberg. And he is still a fabulous pianist. And he will do a concert for us every year. And the money does go, all proceeds go to Parkinson Place. And it's just amazing. He'll play for a full hour. And he's just incredible. And then we also have fun, and we had the No Talent open mic show, which we had a ball at, where we all got up and we pretended to sing and perform. So, but we had a great time, and that's what it's all about. Now, this is near, you can see me in the picture. This is something that's near and dear to my heart. And it was probably one of the most memorable things that I did in my life. So there's an art competition in Sarasota, and it's called Embracing Our Differences. And it's, as a matter of fact, it's invited though for internationally. And there, I think last year there was 12,000 entries. So we as a group, as Parkinson Place, put together and wanted to design something to compete with this, because we wanted the awareness, because the winners, they picked 45 winners and they put it in 45-foot displays down by our marina. And we thought, wouldn't it be great awareness to get our piece out there, and people could learn about Parkinson's and people could learn about Parkinson Place. Well, we decided, okay, we're going to do a piece. And we all started doing individual pieces of what Parkinson's means to us. So all these pieces were done by members, and you could see the meaning of some of them. This was a caregiver who at times is overwhelmed, so you could see the tear of what she goes through. This was one that said, we're all separate, but together, look, we can make a beautiful tree together where, we work together and we are together. We are all separate but one. The tulips we know is Parkinson's and a representation of us, symbol. This was a ship that was against a storm, which sometimes we feel like we're in the middle of a storm. This was just beautiful flowers, beauty from within. This was someone saying, I don't know if you could really see, but it's a person running around with books, and they're saying, as much knowledge as we know, we still don't know. This was a caregiver who said, sometimes days are good and sometimes days aren't, but there's always hope. This one was very interesting. This was an eye, and why he drew this is that he fears that when people look at him, that sometimes they fear him. So anyhow, I was like, okay, now what do we do with all this? And they wanted to make one picture out of it. So I thought and thought and thought, and I was like, okay. And it dawned on me, why don't we put it all together and make it look like a mirror? And it's called Self-Reflection of Parkinson's. And it's what we look like in the mirror and how we feel. So we put it all together, and you could see this was amazing. This was done by a caregiver, and she needle pointed all these, there was 45 of them, and it's the symbol of hope. So here it is all together. So it was quite a labor of love and quite emotional, because we got so close, because we talked about how we felt about Parkinson's and the experiences we have. So to put this all together, we didn't win, but we were winners in the fact of what we did and what we accomplished and how we felt. And now that hangs in our big room. So our community, what we do for awareness, and what we have got two things that help us out, and other things that we have to give back to the community too. We're part of, they have two things down here. They have the Giving Challenge and they have Giving Tuesday, where people can go into the website and they could donate to the local nonprofits. So we had it on December 1st, and this one was last year, and then will be again. We also have an insurance company that there's certain percentage gives back to us too. And we, in turn, for Parkinson's Place, we have food drives, and we help the community back too. So it's just a wonderful awareness for all of us. And here our local giving back again, Kendra Scott and Arfo Giraffe and Jay McLaughlin. There are stores that are local nearby, and then they give a percentage back. They'll have a day, and they'll give back around 15% to Parkinson's Place from all sales. This was another thing that we did for awareness. It was also for raising money, and it was a New Year's gala that we had 2 years ago. So this gentleman here is Jay White. Jay White is a performer because Neil Diamond has Parkinson's disease and can no longer perform. But Jay White does his tours now. And at the time, Neil Diamond had a 26 city tour that he was going to do, and he just couldn't do it. So Jay White did it. So Jay White came to Sarasota on New Year's Eve. And what we did is we had a big Parkinson Place gala, where you can see here over here, we had a dinner first, which was, it was so great. And then we went and had the concert, which you could see over here, and people could donate to Parkinson Place. And here's, matter of fact, here's our founder, Larry. And that is with Jay White. And it was just a wonderful night, and it was a wonderful awareness for the community for Parkinson Place. So it was definitely great, very memorable. Also, what we do at Parkinson Place is Push Up for Parkinson's Challenge. And we ask anybody we know, family, friends, coworkers, neighbors, anybody, including ourselves, to challenge ourselves to doing push-ups. And people then, pay for how many push-ups that you could do. And there's our CEO, who's hugging one of our members who just was able to complete 100 push-ups against the wall. So she was emotional, and it was quite a wonderful thing to see. Now, we were going to have another wonderful event called Polo for Parkinson's. In Lakewood Ranch, Florida, we have Sarasota Polo, beautiful polo ground. So we rented out the pavilion. We had people making horseshoes. I mean, we set up this beautiful event, and 200 people were coming. and you got to look at a live event. We had 50 auction items, and we were just going to have a spectacular day for awareness in our community. And then COVID hit. And 3 days before, we had to close, and then we could not have our event. So now what happens? Now what do? We've got COVID. We don't know how to, we've never had this before. We never, like, what do we do? So we were like, how are we going to keep going to serve our community? How are we going to help our people with PD and caregivers and family? So first we did, as you could see, there's the Insights Group, our monthly newsletter. And we were like, okay, we'll direct them to our website. They can do the classes and all that. But we were like, no, that's not good. So finally, someone came to me and said, okay, you're going to start Zooming and we'll get everything on Zoom. I was like, Zoom? What is Zoom? I have no idea what Zoom is. And they were like, well, we're all going to learn. And that's exactly what we did. So I took the classes, did get the instructors and get everybody started on Zoom. Then how are we going to get the outreach to the people? How are they going to know that we've gone on Zoom? Well, we took ads out in local newspapers. We did more TV commercials. We got news coverage, like I said, from SNN. And we just started getting the word out that we were going to start with classes on Zoom. So here is the first commercial that we did.
Punch out Parkinson's with boxing. Parkinson Place brings Zoom and online classes and programs to you. Exercise your brain with trivia, music, and voice. Strengthen your body with yoga, balance, cardio, and dance. See all your friends and make new ones. Share in men's and women's peer groups and caregivers only club. Parkinson Place, your #1 resource in our area for people living with Parkinson's disease and caregivers. Sign up, it's always free.
Okay, so that's how we got started. And we put the commercial out and we got the word in newspapers and people started to come. So this was great. So I'm just going to go right here. So currently, virtually, we have different 12 types of exercise classes, which also have 2 caregiver support groups, 2 peer groups, men and women. Those are groups that were formed so that on a Friday at 10 o'clock, only men with PD can join. They talk about things amongst themselves. They have topics every week, and they average about 30 men that come every week. Then we also have a women's group on Friday that follows. The same idea, just women with Parkinson's that talk amongst themselves, issues they'd like to discuss and topics. And we have weekly presentations every week. So if we go in here and we go into our website, and we go down to class videos. Don't know why that's not coming on. Let's see. Here we are. So we film class videos for multiple reasons. One is that we want you to make sure that you keep exercising, that you keep doing if you wake up one day and you're not able to make that 10 o'clock class because the pills aren't working, well, maybe by 4 o'clock you're feeling better and you can come on here. And we also want to make sure that—
I'm sorry for interrupting. We can't see your screen. We still just see the PowerPoint.
Oh.
I think because you're just sharing the PowerPoint.
So I'm sorry, what don't you see? You don't see like I'm in video?
Nope, we just see the PowerPoint still. We don't see the page that you just went to.
Oh, okay. Well, then I might have to just, let me get out. Let's see, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay, let's just find out why that's not happening. And it
There
didn't
we
happen.
are.
Okay, good. Okay. Sorry. So I'm sorry. So I don't know if you probably heard me, so I don't want to bore and repeat you. So anyhow, you go under here and you go under class videos, and these are previously recorded classes. You have some that was pre-COVID and some after. So just to give you from a little bit, this is our boxing. And this is very similar to what the boxing class would be. I'm not going to go through the whole video, but
Hi, I'm Manny Arce. Welcome to Parkinson's Place, and this is Rocksteady Boxing. So today we're going to go over some boxing technique. We're initially going to start with some dumbbells. 2 to 3 pounds is the usual weight that everybody uses. And make sure you have some water close to you, and we're about to start. All right?
okay. And then there would be Alex. This is our CEO, who is excellent at what she does.
Welcome to Parkinson Place. I'm Alex Redmond, and this is Total Body Workout. Make sure that you have water close at hand, and if you don't have weights at home, a couple of soup cans or a couple of shampoo bottles will do it. This particular class I'm going to conduct standing, but although I'm standing, you may be standing or seated. We'll also have a seated version up there on the web for you as well. Here we go. Legs apart, knees bent, abdominals in.
That's Alex. And then we'll also have speech, and we've got his speech class up. We've got dance up, and fun fitness up, yoga up. So the idea is that you keep exercising as much as you can, because we know how much it benefits the Parkinson body. Okay. Sorry, let's get back. I don't know. Not letting me get back out. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this is kind of like my baby. This is what's called the Inside Scoop. This is our monthly newsletter. And you'll see, I'm gonna go actually into it with you. And can you see this, Logan? No. Yes? Okay. Okay, good. So I'm just trying to make it smaller here. There we go. Okay, so every month I design a theme. So for starting next week in March, our theme is going to be spring into action and to take the challenge. So I design that. I'm a graphic designer, so I try to think of a new theme every month. So we put it on the website. It's like a newspaper. Normally when we're open, it would be on this form, but also we do print it out so people can get it when they come. So we have a table of contents, and then the idea of springing into action. What can we do? What's the challenge? Well, here's a list of our classes. Try a new class. Add a class. Spring cleaning, meaning declutter your house, so this way there's no falls, to help you with Parkinson's. We don't want that to happen. And spread the word. And also we know Parkinson awareness is April, and let's try to make tulips, because that is our special symbol that we use for Parkinson's disease. Then it goes into things that are happening in Parkinson Place. So like I said, we're having a summit. This is our Ask the Doctor, which next Monday, he's going to be talking about sleep disorders and PD. And as I told you, he's our past medical director. Then every Thursday, I'm sorry, take that back. The third Thursday of the month, the caregivers get together at 7:30 at night, and we get to know us, because in our support group on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock, we talk about all the issues and concerns that we have with PD. So this is where we don't talk about PD and we get to know ourselves. And then I do trivia, because it is found that for every correct answer, we create dopamine in the brain. And so therefore, we got to keep our brain as healthy as we do our body. So we have a lot of fun. And we just do some regular trivia once, and that's done once a month. Then this is our Zoom live presentations. Here is Dr. Domingo, who is in our building, and we're going to do the spring cleaning, decluttering. So we're going to do decluttering our brain, and how by doing that, it sharpens our minds, it lowers our stress, and creates empowerment. So that's on Tuesday, March 9th. Then we team up with Senior Blue Book. That is a resource for seniors, and that's all over the country, but we do have one in Sarasota. So every fourth Tuesday at 1:30 of the month, they will be taught, we collaborate, and they bring a speaker in, and it'll be tips how to declutter and downsize the house. And then we have a nutritionist that comes, Beth Annie Stockdale, and we're going to go through the pantry and see what we should have and what we shouldn't have, and healthy food for the brain. Then we have our calendar. And this was what I was saying before on the website. We have sponsors, local sponsors that help us out and give us support, and it's great for our community. So we have that. And then here's our Zoom classes. So here we have on Mondays, I've got the music in me with music therapist, and we know that helps the voice, it helps memory, it helps, stretch, get those muscles going, how important it is for our swallowing and our speech. Then we have yoga on Monday, and we strengthen our muscle with it, improves our walking, it lessens our stress and hopefully helps with sleep and just relaxation. Then twice a week, we have Rock Steady Boxing, helps with our balance, our strength, our coordination. Then we have speech therapy, Tuesday morning. We know how important that is. We've got to get our volume going. We got to get our articulation, our tone, and strengthen the vocal muscles. And we want to be heard. We want to be able to swallow and not have any swallowing issues. So that's a very important class. Another important class is stretch it out. That was today at 3 o'clock. We know how important it is to, improve our gait and our balance and our posture, and just by stretching out those muscles. Then our CEO, Alex, she does 2 classes, a total body workout. I actually subbed with her one day, and I couldn't believe how strenuous it was. And I thought I was going to really pass out or need a nap after. So I really admire all our Parkinson PD people that can keep up with that class. And we know how great that is to keep us strong and improve our balance. Then we have a really fun, great class, and the instructor is from the UK. And it's called Dancing Through the Decades. Right now she's doing Motown. So she's Zooming live from the UK with us. And it just makes you feel good. It's, great for cognitive and balance and gait. So it's a fun class. Then we have on Wednesdays, the Caregiver Only Club. And that's run by Pam Pulaski. So we do have a leader, and she's certified in dementia care. And that is, probably averages about 30 caregivers a week. And it's just a wonderful group of people that I totally admire. And it's just full of strategies and tips and just support for one another. It's just a great support group. Then we have Brains and Balance, which mixes, it's taking it, and then she does a little trivia, and she keeps it sharp, and it's like physical too. So it's really a fun class. It's she'll give you some trivia, and then she gives you some exercise, and it's just to keep your mind going on tasks with your body. Then, as I told you before, Sarasota Contemporary Dance, they come on Thursdays. Great class, amazing teacher, and that's the teacher that's in the corner in the pose. And that's the range of motion and your posture and your balance. So it's another great class. Then we sing. We have a chorus class by Julie Rohr, and she was a professional singer and dancer, and so she does a choir. And we have Pilates for Parkinson's. which, strengthens the core, helps breathing, and flexibility and balance. Then on Fridays, I was saying, the men's peer group, where they get together and talk about all different topics. And women's, same thing with the women's. And then on Friday, we have Tai Chi, which is she is actually zooming in from New Jersey. And what a fabulous teacher, most magnificent voice. Just listening to her voice can just keep you calm, and just a great way to start off the weekend. In this class, you improve your balance, it reduces the symptoms, and it's just reduces anxiety, helps with memory. It's just a great class. And then just ways to donate. So that's that. And then you're going to go back to share. I see. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. So since since June 2020, when we started switching over to Zoom in April, we've had 30 presentations from experts. So part of my job as program director is to contact professionals, experts in their fields of different topics, and then coordinate with them and have them speak once a week. So since June, we've had 30 presentations, and then we've had 9 special events because, we have to keep up with the holidays. Even though we can't be there, we want to keep up and have fun. So we've had 4th of July parties and sing-alongs and Halloween parties, and just, and then we also had a movie presentation from one of our members who did a movie about Parkinson's. So we've been doing that. And here's, matter of fact, here's I'll look at some of our presentation, the flyers. So here we had a pharmaceutical, Dr. Gill came and spoke about a drug from Amil and the journey with Parkinson's. Here's our, as you know, the medical director, and I showed you this, and that's our nutritionist who, she came once and spoke about the immune system, how to make that the natural way to get that so we can avoid colds and flus. Here's the movie that I was saying that these are 2 of our members made. They're from the Philadelphia area, and then they come down to Sarasota as Snowbirds, but they were part of the film festival for their film. It's called The Parkinson Third Win. Then the decluttering, and then this was a book, and we have many presentations on it from Dr. Oken and Dr. Deeb and they have 3 books, 3 excellent books, and all about Parkinson's. And they came and talked about non-motor symptoms and other symptoms with Parkinson's. Then we had Sarasota Memorial Hospital, the PT specialist, neurologist specialist came and spoke about strategies to prevent falls. And we also had long-term care, someone to talk. So we try to make a lot of different topics, a lot of varieties of topics that would be important to the people in the Parkinson community and seniors and just people with all different information, just to help out in any way we can. So now I wanted to continue doing the Embracing Our Differences art contest, but how do we do this when we're not together? So I did have Zoom online art classes, and these pictures in here are done by the members. And then I took it and took pictures of the members and put this all together. And together as a group, we came up with the saying that we wanted on there, saying, I have Parkinson's disease, I'm courageous, I am determined, I am inspiring, I am resilient, I am empowered, I am a fighter, I am proud of who I am. And we put this together, artwork, who we are, and we could see there's more here with Parkinson Place and our, just different shows like what we do and how we feel. So again, we didn't win, but that's okay. And this will be hanging up also in our facility. So what did Zoom, how did it affect our class participation? Well, in 2019, the blue line is when we were open. Okay, what usually happens around this time, the January, February, it's up high because this is when our snowbird population comes, and then the summer comes, it goes down a little bit, and then everybody comes back. So it's kind of, you can see cyclical based on, the snowbird population too. Then we were up higher to begin with in 2020, but then what happens is COVID came, and this is where we closed, and we had to reestablish ourselves and get onto Zoom and get the classes all and add on classes. So you can see the trend that went up, and by September, you could see that our participation had exceeded what we did in 2019. And we're still have succeeded and where we are. And this number, we were actually closed for the week for the holidays, so it would have even been higher. But we closed to because of everything, and to give a little help and break for our instructors and staff. So pretty amazing how what Zoom did for us. So this came out of one of the scoops, and it's just an idea of what Zoom also did for us. So even though we were closed, through the outreach of what we did, our membership application went up 21%. We had 353 new members when we started in June of reaching out to people. So now we're actually in and serving 31 different states, which is really, I just love going on Zoom each day and meeting so many people from all over the country. And it's amazing, as we say, with something bad, something good comes out of it, because without it, today there was someone on from Italy and there was someone on from Scotland. So I can even add where we're reaching international, that now we're up to probably 7 countries of different countries that also are coming in. So that's amazing. So also we added on 7 Zoom classes, different type of classes since we opened with Zoom and with COVID. So that is amazing. And we also have 6 new instructors, where the Tai Chi, like I said, comes from New Jersey, dancing from the UK, and then the other ones we've added on the Pilates, the stretch, the different music and exercise. So we have really grown since COVID, and it's just been a great outreach, and just watching this process has been quite amazing. So what's our future? What are we doing? Well, when we don't know what's going to happen, we don't have an exact date, we want to make sure that it's safe for everyone, and that also includes our staff. So our staff right now, Florida is 65 and up is what they're vaccinating, but we have staff members that aren't 65, and so we have to make sure that everyone is safe in our staff. But when we can open up, we are gonna have our facility open, and we also are going to continue with Zoom. We're getting special cameras that will be placed in that big room that you saw, and classes will continue. So in turn, we are going to continue our mission of meeting the needs of people with Parkinson's, their caregivers, and their families. We're going to continue our awareness and get the word out about us and what we can do for people with Parkinson's, and what we strive to do. That our mission is to give a better quality of life for people with PD, that we can have a happy life, and that we can work together, and we take this journey together. And also continuing with our education, because we feel that's just so important. This is the virtual summit that I was saying that we're going to have, and that's Saturday, June 5th from 9 to 3. And it's just offering to our members and to the community. It highlights the base of the latest in evidence-based programs and treatments and products, and educational opportunities for people with PD and their caregivers. So that should be a great educational format. I mean, it's amazing that we're already getting the speakers in line. So we look forward to that and getting the word and the education out to everyone. And so I'd like to say thank you. We're really happy to share this, our information and who we are, and just to meet your group. It's just great. And, this is just, again, any information that to, become a member. You just sign up. Very easy. As you know, everything's free at Parkinson's Place. So just signing up, and that's where we're located. So again, thank you for letting me tell you all about Parkinson's Place.
Thank you for joining us. So I just lost my screen. So we'll now open the floor for questions, and I can kick it off with one that was submitted by chat. So when we go to Florida, Venice, to see family, can we visit Parkinson Place if COVID restrictions allow?
Yes, definitely. So I'm the first person you see when you open up the door. So because I've got dual hats, I'm also the member relations too. And so I'd be glad to give you a tour. You can stay and, see anything and join in on a class. So definitely the moment we're open, anybody is welcome and everyone is welcome.
Perfect. That's great to know. Does anybody on Zoom have any other questions that they want to ask in person? We have a list, so I just don't want anybody to be cut off. Kathleen said, it's very inspiring what Parkinson Place has done for people with Parkinson's. How do you find all of your wonderful instructors?
Yeah, so basically what happens is it's kind of like, I look at them at YouTube. I've seen what they've done. I interview them. They also will send me films. So it's like an interview process also, but it's kind of like a real search thing. And again, it was a little more challenging when we were just getting instructors for the Sarasota area, but our instructors that were 8 years ago that began with Parkinson Place, most of them are the original. They're there for 8 years. So only these new classes that we've added on did I have to find new instructors for. And because of Zoom, that's how I could go outside the Sarasota area and get people from UK and Jersey and different. But most of them, I would say, I would probably say like 7 or 8 of them were the original instructors when they opened up 8 years ago.
Wow. Are there any plans to expand Parkinson Place to other physical locations or states?
As of now, we don't have anything concrete, but I mean, it would be wonderful. But as of now, we don't.
Do you offer exercise classes on the beach?
Oh, that would be wonderful. No, we don't. Everything is in our facility. There's a few reasons why too. We do have members that take the SCAT, which is our local bus company. And it's great because if you live, the SCAT stands for Sarasota County Transportation Association. They only charge $2.50. And the great thing is they pick you up from your house. They take you right to Parkinson Place and they pick you up. You tell them what time, both ways. And they're so wonderful. They come into the facility, they help people, even if they have walkers or whatever their abilities are. So having it in one place enables that to happen. And then also we do have people that will come from assisted living homes. So their buses will bring them there. So having one central location, and also everything is handicapped accessible. So we wouldn't be able to do that on the beach, even though it does sound wonderful. So.
Can I be a remote member of Parkinson Place, or do I have to live in Sarasota?
No, so you can be from anywhere. And so all you would do is go on our website, and where it says become a member, you would just fill that all out. That information goes on our constant contact list. The constant contact list, then every day you will receive emails telling you of the events that happens that day. You look at the events, you look at the time, and it says join this meeting on that time. You click it, there's no codes, there's no passwords. You come right into class. And again, there's no charge for anything, and even signing up for membership.
Is there anything fun that you are planning for when we are in a better place with COVID?
Oh yeah, well, we always have fun and we always look for fun. So we're going to be having a gala, which is going to be next year. And that is going to be like the same idea with New Year's, the New Year's gala. We'll be having that in early next year. Again, just trying to make sure the dates and everything is safe. But that would be our next one. And you know, the virtual is education, but as far as fun, that would be. And once we open up, we will bring back all the holiday, you know, fun events that we do too.
Are your instructors, I think you answered this one, are your instructors all/most located locally and pre-COVID teach at your facility? Do they also teach elsewhere? I think the last part is what you didn't answer.
Okay, so yes. So I know our Tai Chi instructor teaches in New Jersey. And I know our UK, yeah, she also teaches in the UK. So they do teach from their area, yes. And everyone is certified in whatever specialty that is. And then a lot of them do have degrees. So like our speech therapist is a speech pathologist, you know, it goes accordingly, music therapist. So everyone is certified or has their degree in that area.
I believe you answered this one as well. How do we access a Zoom link for classes and events?
Right, so that's what you're going to receive. So every day, but then on a Sunday, I think it's 11 o'clock, you will see what's on for the whole week. And then each day, so that people don't have to keep going back and it's hard to find the email. Each day at 7 o'clock in the morning, they get their e-blast saying, guess what you're doing today? So yeah, so that's that way. And then you see it inside this group and on our calendar there and on the website.
What type of commercial/institutional donors do you have?
Our donors come through in multiple ways. They can be individuals, they can be institutions. You know, I don't really know the answer to that question, but I could find out if anybody, you know, wanted to know. But our donations come in throughout the country.
And the last question, how will Parkinson Place look post-COVID? And I think you answered part of that, but they specified, will you continue the Zoom classes for your followers over the US and many other countries? Yes.
So wherever we're doing now, you know, access to all of the United States and both national and international. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, unless anybody else has another question, I don't see any. Thank you so much for joining us today, Susan.
Thank you. Thank you.
If somebody would like to contact Parkinson Place, how can they do so?
So there's multiple ways. So you can contact, I don't know if you see the phone number right there on the board behind me. So that's 941-893-4188, and I'm extension 106. And ParkinsonPlace.org, there's a little on the top, it says contact, and you can put in something there. And then someone will get back to you too. So those are the probably just the website and also calling. And my email is sbelisi, which is SBELESI at parkinsonhope.org.
Perfect. Well, thank you again for joining us. You can all find the link to the Parkinson Place under the resource section of our website. I wish you a wonderful remainder of your week, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all next month. And Susan, thank you again so much for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's nice to meet everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.